Welcome to my first ever shift driving Amazon Flex, specifically on their retail delivery, which is exactly like it sounds, picking up from retail stores. Now I'm here in Settlers Ridge, here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's a 2-hour shift, okay, that's number one. And then there's guaranteed hourly pay, that's number two. I don't think these are eligible for tips. Let me know if you've done retail delivery on Flex, but check it out. I already have an assignment. It says 5 pickups at a GNC. Luckily, it's right behind me. There's a waiting area here. It's just a really massive retail center here in Settlers Ridge. Then, of course, I have multiple deliveries. So here's the question that you and I are going to answer in this video. Number one, the hourly pay that I'm getting on this 2-hour shift, is it worth it? The miles, because they just send you what they're going to send you here. And like the famous question we always answer on this channel, is it worth it? So my first ever shift, let's find out. Okay, pickup is done. So it gave me that prompt. I parked, I went in, talked to the associate, and all of the Flex orders, like everyone's order was on rolling cart. Looked like they had 15 orders. I had 5 bags. Yeah, 5 bags. Actually, check it out. There you go, very nice. There was actually another associate, well, there was 2 associates. The one guy, when I was going in, was helping another couple, and he said that he gets packages to Ohio. I'm in Pittsburgh, to Ohio. So I'm like, oh no, I don't want to go to Ohio. So I scanned, it's the same thing as the warehouse. You scan in the packages. Again, everyone's was on one cart, so I literally had to go through every single barcode to see like, oh, that's mine, that's not mine. Now, my route for 4 stops, I believe it is, and 5 packages. Let me double check. Yes, 4 stops, 5 packages. So the other guy going to Ohio, my route, however, I am in Pittsburgh, am going to West Virginia. I'm going 35 minutes west to where? Weirton, West Virginia. Oh, I'm already feeling the miles on this. I am feeling the pain. So you're gonna wanna stand to the end of this video. How bad are the miles and how bad is the dollars per mile gonna be on this? Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Mike, that is insane. 35 minutes to West Virginia here in PA. How many miles is that? Well, it's 30 plus minutes and about 28 miles. And remember, I gotta come back. So initial verdict on retail delivery, it seems to be the exact same. Why wouldn't it be? It's the exact same as Flex, insofar as you don't know where you're going until they give you those assignments. And actually, I'm asking the questions for you because I know the questions. I asked the guy that was answering questions for us, you know, the other Flex worker, I said, can you cancel? He didn't really answer it. And I said again, I was like, can you cancel it all? And he didn't really answer it. Or even decline, let alone cancel, like decline when you get it or ignore it. And I just double checked, they show you the addresses and I could tell this was gonna be further away, but it just said acknowledge and like accept. I didn't really see a decline button. Let me know if I'm missing something. So if you'll excuse me, I got 26 minutes left to my first delivery destination. 20 some minutes later and first delivery completed. How's the drop-off? Let's give it a fair shake. Okay, we gotta give it a fair shake here. How was the drop-off? It is exactly the same like Amazon Flex. Actually, it was the same prompts even, the same screen, the same prompts. So you pull up, you confirm the address, you scan the package again, you click on continue with X amount of packages, and then it has options for where you left it. With the customer, front door, side porch, other safe area, stuff like that. The only thing is my next delivery with Flex, it's usually like a couple houses down, maybe a block away, because they're really clustered because a lot of people order on Amazon in general. But this one is 15 minutes away and another, what, 6 miles. Oh, this is gonna be good. Hey, I do this for you, okay? Can you drop a like on this video? I mean, at least it's 87 and sunny out. It's super nice out, so there's that. But the numbers aren't going to be good on this, so at least, you know, if you can do that for me. But I mean, the drop-off was fine. You know, there was 2 nice ladies sitting out front, and in that case, you can hand it off to the customer, but I'm still taking a picture. So I just said, hey, got a delivery for you, just to identify yourself, because today I don't have the flex vest on. Now you might be wondering, is it another 15 plus minutes to my next delivery? How's that gonna go? You are correct. It is 15 minutes, 9.8 miles to my next delivery. I'll see you then. And I am done with my first ever Amazon Flex retail delivery shift. It is time for you and I to go over the verdict. How was this? Was it worth it? As I am coming to you from basically farmland. I am in like the middle of nowhere. It was actually a super long, like, I don't know, 3/4 mile, half mile dead end road here to my last customer. They were very nice. So from that retail staging lot to the 4 delivery stops, yeah, about 50 miles. And that's not counting the initial commuting miles from my home to that retail staging area. That's just because it's commuting miles. And then we're also not counting the miles back there on the G. Do you want to know? Do you want to know how many miles I have? I have 43 miles and an hour to get back home. So short and sweet, is retail delivery worth it? I can't say. Honestly, I can't say. I know this shift wasn't worth it, but I've only done this one shift. Now, I'm imagining it's very similar to the regular warehouse runs, where it's the luck of the draw. And don't do what I did, okay? Here's my shift, 2 hours, $18 an hour. That's basically the minimum here in Pittsburgh. And there's no bonus pay. Bonus pay on the warehouse runs, you can get 20, 22, 24, maybe 26 plus dollars an hour. Please know that I took this so I can guarantee a shift, so I can do a video for you. If you think it's terrible pay for 2 hours, you're right. I know this. Even if pay was $30 an hour and I made $60 in this shift, so $60 for 50 miles, but then there's a commuting miles, it's still mathematically wouldn't be worth it. Why? Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna use our earnings tracking spreadsheet at yourdrivermike.com, click on resources, so you can track your miles. That's very important on these gig apps. But here in 2023, the IRS here in the US gives you an optional standard mileage deduction. Business miles, the general operating cost of a vehicle for business. This year it's 65.5 cents per business mile. So even if I made, like, let's say $60 total, which I didn't, I made $36. If I made $60, let's say, and I drove 50 true business miles, the margin of any profitability is next to nothing, and it is truly nothing into the negatives, aka it cost me money if you consider the real world, like commuting miles. But I try to give you a neutral stance, okay? Let me talk about who this might be a good fit for. If you do retail deliveries and there's certain staging lot, for whatever reason, in your marketplace, tends to not send you like 35, 40 minutes away. If it's in a pretty dense area, they're gonna send you 15, 18 minutes away. I do that all day, combined with that bonus pay. Now, the only way you're gonna know, is my marketplace one of those that this is a good fit for, is you're gonna have to accept some retail deliveries with bonus pay again, and see where they send you, and see the trend analysis that we talk about here. This is why you're gonna wanna subscribe, to understand what percent of times are they sending you a good route that mathematically makes sense. Like if I signed up for this Settler Ridge, even at, like, again, crazy amount of bonus pay, like $30 an hour, if every single, or like 80% of the time, they're sending me 45 minutes away to Ohio or West Virginia, then I'm gonna know mathematically, dude, I mean, that's a definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. If they're gonna send you 80% bad runs, then retail delivery might not be a good option in your market. I mean, other than that, it was nice driving. It's super scenic. The people that I ran into were super nice. But at the end of the day, I understand for you it comes down to the money. And that's completely fine. I mean, if you're doing this as a side hustle, why do like Flex or some of these other apps if another gig's gonna pay you more, clearly? So here's what I need you to do. Number one, drop a like on this video if you can. Please, appreciate it, because I certainly didn't make great money today. Number two, let me know any other shifts, either myself or someone else, that you like me to either drive on, work on, or react to for our new First Shift series.